This is a tough one. Just a little reminder that we're not supposed to be out walking just around. Hello there, I am Rafael de Furia, back at it again on another Friday night. It is actually Thursday right now as of the time of this recording. I mentioned that I wouldn't be going out to talk about what's happening on the street here. And I actually had to go out because I need some groceries, so. But please stay at home unless you absolutely have to go out. We all have to work together through this, and we all have to limit our contact with one another during this time. As some of you may have seen, that not everybody is wearing masks. Not everybody has masks. So that's definitely been interesting to see going out. But also walking around, I've already been passed twice by the police who are saying that people should be staying at home, don't go out just for a walk, which is a very common thing that people do here. In Italy in general, this is just part of the culture. I'm actually just going to go get some shopping done right now, some grocery shopping, because that's one of the few things we can do. I've got my form filled out and I'm set to be outside. For those of you wondering why I'm wearing goggles, I've been reading around that there have been doctors recommending that you not only need mouth protection but eye protection, and I heard from Dr. Gundry today that he's recommending that you use that eye protection. So I started thinking about that a little bit more because I do DIY stuff. I happen to have a pair of goggles that I was able to put on, and thankfully just before everything was shut down, I was able to get a mask. People have been asking how I'm doing, and I'm doing all right. I'm doing fine. People aren't panicking here. People are definitely concerned. I'm definitely concerned, and I could say definitely that right now I'm terrified. I have definitely been craving pizza. I don't know how long it's been. I can definitely say it's been weeks since I've had pizza. So that's for sure on my shopping list for today. For those wondering about the masks, what you've heard is right. They're not easy to breathe through. I mean, I'm doing okay, but I know older people who've worn them and have had difficulties. But oh God, I can't even see through this. They're fogging up, and even if I didn't have these goggles on, I think my glasses would still be fogging up, because even on a good day, they'd be fogging up. And this is the problem, is that here, there's no sidewalk. Oh, okay, I can walk around here just a little bit. This is just a little video to kind of document what's happening right now. What life is actually like in this moment, because it is definitely something out of the ordinary. I'm sure I must look ridiculous right now with all of this gear on. I feel ridiculous, but whatever. Even like I was saying, I did a news interview with Bay Area KTVU from California. I'll link it down below, because they put up the video here on YouTube also. That it's not just about us, it's about the people around us. We have to all work together to do our best, to come together and try to take care of each other and come together even if it's from afar. So people are lining up. I guess there's a limit on how many people can be inside right now. Oh. I can't even tell you how itchy my nose is right now. It's ridiculous. I can't see a thing. I can't see. Oh. Let's see. Those goggles are so fogged up, I can't even see a thing. It's ridiculous. I'm debating if I should take them off or not, but I think I can get through this. Nope. No. Maybe somebody's watching this later and saying, it's right in front of you. It's right in front of you. Okay. Grazie. I had to give up on the goggles because at this point it was just getting dangerous just to walk. We need pasta and pasta sauce. Oh, here's pasta. Normal Italian pasta aisle. They might have one more aisle here, but this is the main pasta aisle here. So as you can see, like everything is completely stocked. This is one thing in Italy that has not been happening like it has been in the US. They even have prepared food. Huh. Normally I'd grab a quick something, but not today. This is one thing that hasn't been happening in Italy like it has been in North America. There have not been people who are doing all the panic buying that you see happening in the US. I mean, this is looking maybe even a little bit more full than what I normally see here. But I'm sure it's because there aren't so many people coming on like that first Saturday or Sunday when everything was going on. And I can say that there was maybe fewer things. People definitely were panic buying that day, but not in the same way that like has been going on in the United States. Because over there, people have just been really just buying everything, completely cleaning off the shelves. And yes, I just happen to need a light bulb at this very moment. Yep, totally grabbing one of these, a Kinotto. Probably one of my favorite sodas here in Italy. I mean, you gotta have those little things for that little bit of extra comfort in this town. Well, if that wasn't chilling, they just announced over the loudspeakers, I don't know if you could hear it through my microphones, but that, yeah, they're asking people to keep their distance from one another. Okay, this is the first area that I've seen that definitely is looking a bit empty. Because here in Italy, of course, pasta is a big thing and you can use flour to make pasta. Whole wheat is still there, but they don't have like just the normal 00. Oh, is this it? Yep, Farina 00. I've got some, but I completely feel like I've forgotten something. I know by the time I get home I'm gonna be like, crap, I knew I should have gotten X, Y, or Z. Let's see, these are the lines. There's not so many people, but let's see. Anyway, just keeping my distance for now as much as possible. Our shelves are stocked, thankfully, and we have supplies, so it's been nice to see that. Anyway, I'll pick this back up when I get home. All right, I'm back. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get used to this. Anyway, actually, the last time that I was completely clean-shaven was the day that I moved to Italy, and that was just about 3 years ago. I actually had a plan for this week, already 3 years in the making, because I already did a video about getting an update on Italian citizenship, like what my life is like a few years later. And so I guess this is kind of that 3-year update, what life is like as an Italian citizen living in Italy 3 years later. Yeah, definitely an interesting experience, not the experience that everybody hopes for when they come to this country, that's for sure. But it was completely a surreal experience. Oh gosh, my face. It still hurts from the mask, sorry. Yeah, it's like it gets right up on there. I had it tight. I was trying to keep it as tight as possible, but I feel like I still have marks on my face. When I looked in the mirror just a second ago, it was still somewhat noticeable. I don't know if it'll show up on camera. It doesn't even matter if it shows up on camera, but definitely not the easiest to breathe with, and so that for sure is noticeable. But I am so grateful that we still have food on our shelves. I mean, even though we didn't have like so much flour, or I didn't see hand sanitizer, I was so glad to see that we're actually seeming to do pretty all right for now. And it was a very strange experience at the supermarket, without a doubt, because there is this 1 meter rule, like 2 meter, whatever. You're supposed to keep distance from the next person. And there were people who got very close to me. I don't think I captured it on camera, but there were some people that were very, very close. And I was like, oh, hold on here. I thought we all agreed that there's like a minimum amount of space that we need to keep from each other. Yeah. Definitely among the top 2 or 3 most terrifying shopping experiences of my life. The other 1 or 2 did also happen quite recently here since this situation. Because I've only been out, I don't know if this is my 2nd or 3rd time, because all the days have started kind of meshing and molding into this one weird time. And because I was already starting to try and isolate a little bit before even the lockdowns were happening, because I live with other people. It's not just about you. It's not just about me. It's about everybody around us, that if one of us takes a chance with anything, that puts the rest of us at risk. And even here in Italy, what they were saying is that really only one person per family should be going out at any time. And even then, you shouldn't go out at all. Even the police were riding by with a loudspeaker, don't go out for a passeggiata, don't go out for this nice stroll in the evening. You need to remain at home, because this is for all of us. This is so that we can all get through this sooner, hopefully. I really hope. I really hope. This closure, as far as I understood, they were talking about early April, I think. Part of me can't help but wonder in the back of my mind that if it's a good idea, I don't know if we'll hit that date and be able to start going out again. But at this point, it just doesn't seem like the greatest idea. I mean, if there was some miracle, okay, but I don't know. I think even once this is all over, I'm still going to be a bit careful for a little while. These videos are to try and show a little bit of what's happening here, because it's not worth getting into the panic. There's no need to panic about the situation. You just have to take the situation as it comes and try to prepare yourself as best as possible, even if only mentally. But I did receive an interesting email from one of you this week, someone who asked to remain anonymous, and maybe you'll understand why, because their opinion may not be the most popular one. They brought up an interesting discussion about what is the difference and where is the line between preparing and panic shopping. Where's that difference? And because I've also been wondering that, yes, we have food on our shelves, and I was so grateful to see that, but is that something that will last for a while? Because we don't know how long we're going to be in this situation. But here in Italy, we do make a lot of our own food, thankfully, but also we don't have as much canned foods necessarily that will last longer. Like, you can go get meals in cans back in the States. Here, you don't really see that as much. Food generally seems to have a much shorter sell-by date, so that definitely is something I can't help but wonder, that if people aren't really able to get around and work, then how will that affect something like food, which does need sometimes at least some minimal interaction with human intervention. But earlier this week, I happened to watch part of Adam Savage's podcast. I believe it's called Still Untitled or something along these lines. It's on his YouTube channel. Adam Savage is one of the guys that was from the Discovery Channel show Mythbusters. And he brought up an interesting point that toilet paper factories have been running really at the same capacity for years now, and with almost just on their own, it's almost autonomously, that they can just keep on doing what they're doing with very little human interaction needed. But that still leaves me with the wonder about, what about food? How will that be affected? Because this is definitely an unknown situation for all of us. And this is just a time when we all have to do the best that we can. Something that has been very distressing to me since I left America, 11 years ago now, is that the social divide and just divide between Americans has just grown so much, so greatly, that it's sad to see, just on a good day. But during this situation, it is so unnecessary. We need to come together, all of us, not just here in Italy, not just in America, but the whole global community. I'm repeating myself from the interview that I did, but we all need to come together from a distance and work together, or at least be there for each other, because those problems that we deal with on a day-to-day basis, those will still be there once this is all over. But for now, we have this one common enemy, this invisible enemy, so to speak, that we all have to deal with. And the ability that we have to come together in this day and age, in 2020, through the internet, to come and be there for each other, to support each other, to help each other through these times. As the human race, we've never had this before. I'm getting preachy here, but I think maybe my point might come across that we do all have to work together. But life continues. Life keeps going on. It just keeps on going on in a different way. A lot of people are starting to talk about, oh, what's life going to be after? How are we going to move forward? Why don't we start now? Why don't we start? What's the point in waiting? Let's just keep on moving, because you gotta keep up with things. This is, in this internet world we live in, nothing truly stops. Yes, of course, there are people who do physical jobs or jobs where they have to be in person for them. But this is the perfect time where, if you do have that extra time, start looking into various ways of trying to live life in a new way. In these types of times, we have to get creative, because once this is all over, in my personal opinion, as just an average guy, I can't help but think that once this is all over, there's going to be a lot of things in life that are different. We're not going to be going back to everything the exact same as it was. And I think it really that we need to get used to a new way of living, and something that may help us keep healthier in the long run. And for work, various industries, different types of work will have to readjust to this new system. And I personally hope that there is something wonderful that comes from this horrible, dark chapter in our world's history that maybe shows us that we can do things in a different way and move forward from this, and that there is something that we can learn from this horrible situation, because it is absolutely horrifically, terrifyingly, just, I don't have the words. I mean, even waking up every morning to see the news, and every day here in Italy, just the death toll, the numbers are just rising and rising. Hundreds every night. It's horrible. It may be difficult during this time, but we need to try to keep ourselves up, to try to enjoy every little moment and take advantage of every little second that we get. And even the other day, someone sent to me through Facebook Messenger this video of this little 2-year-old boy. It was his birthday here in, I believe, Rome. And his mother was concerned that he wouldn't have a party and friends to be there with him on his birthday. Just imagine this 2-year-old little kid in quarantine on his birthday. Oh gosh. Anyway, and so what they did was they all of the neighbors in his building got together. Sorry, give me a second. Anyway, they got together in his building. This isn't easy. Sorry about that. And all of the neighbors got together on their balconies to clap and sing him a happy birthday. Anyway, I'm going to have to stop recording here. I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching, subscribing, and especially those of you who've been helping to make these videos possible. During this time, I can't even tell you how much of a difference it's making. Those of you who've been helping through Patreon, thank you so much. As always, I'm Rafael di Furia, and I will see you all next time.